gorgeous? Look at this. Just look at that. So we just stocked 3,000 trophies here. Just trolling a spinner right now on my way to where I think they ended up. So this is the Bronco blade by Mule Fishing. Worked wonders this week. So we're using the Bronco blade with one of his flukes on it. And we're fishing fairly shallow, 7 to 11 feet of water. I'm sort of making my way around Rainbow Bay right now, over to Sunset Shore, where I think that's where the trout have ended up, over to the Sunset Point. So I'm sort of working the highway that they usually run right here. So we're going to start crossing the bay here. And in the middle of the bay, there's a divot. And the divot here is a great place for some of them to just stay and congregate. So it works out really well sometimes if they're still there. Now we stocked 2,000 on Friday. Today's Monday. And 1,000 last Tuesday, 6 days ago. So they are settling into their spots, and we just got to find their spots now. Now, water is only 47 degrees. Again, a week ago, this lake had ice on it. So it's 47 degrees right now, and it is a mirror. Absolutely a perfect looking lake right now. Snow on the mountains and the shores a little bit. Just, well, you just can't beat it. You just can't beat this. I feel good. I haven't had a stroke yet today, so if I start slurring, dead giveaway. Um, so we're crossing the bay right here. We're in 7.5 feet of water. You can see the bottom. This time of year, because of the melt and everything, we have about 10 feet of visibility. During the summer, we get 12 to 15 feet of visibility in the lake, which is just beautiful. So we're going to cross here, and about 100 yards from here, we should find that cavity. Sometimes they like to camp out in. A couple small fish right there. Looking down there, see if I can see a school. These are big trout. These are 17 to 20 inch trout, that we stocked. What they call a trophy size. Oh, so pretty, guys. You guys are sitting on my other seat there. I gotta come up with another, way to mount my camera. Because I broke the mount. I broke it. During the ice fishing. I think I stepped on it. I don't know. Looking in the water right now just to see if I can see some movement. I'm not there yet to that divot, so I'm coming up to it though. Hoping a few are sitting in there. Now we're going to catch trout just because the bass, it's 47-degree water. The bass aren't real active right yet now. But I did bring a brand new bait with the tail spinner, and I'm hoping when I use that, when I find the trout, I should find some brown trout, once we find the rainbows. And when we start doing that, then we're going to try for some brown trout. The brown trout is anywhere from 20 inches long to 3 feet long. They are the monsters of our lake. We are trolling at 1.27 miles per hour. My trolling motor is on number one. It's the slowest you can go. 3,000 trophies. Just a matter of finding them. A lot of them did go left, so that's where we're going, and they follow the shoreline. And some of the fishermen on Saturday were catching them off the point there. So I think as I make over to that point, we will start catching the rainbows. When we start catching the rainbows, I think the browns will be nearby. They feed off those rainbows, so a few fish there on my fish find. I don't see them down here. It could be perch. Let me put my sunglasses on. They're polarized. Seeing the water better. Cuts off that morning glare. Should be about there. At least in this first spot. Again, they're migrating over to the point. They just follow the shoreline. They're just so happy to be out of a tank and a farm. They just go for a swim. I don't blame them. I would too. If that's what I was built for, that's what I would do. So we'll be on the lake till about 4 o'clock or so, maybe five. I don't know. Whenever. Just gonna relax. First time this year this boat's been on this lake. Uh, oh, something. Oh, come on. You can do it. Nope. Come on. It's a couple bites. Oh, come on. There might be vegetation sometimes with the boat moving and stuff. It tugs. You really want a really hard tug, a double tug on it to really tell if it's a bite or not. Some fish right below us here. Got good vegetation. It's not a bad spot. Again, we're using a chartreuse Bronco blade. Worked really well for me Friday. Got 5 fish, 5 trophies in 10 minutes. I didn't film it or anything. I was working. I took a break, went out to the dock and caught 5 real quick. We had just stocked, so they're all around the docks. 10 feet here. That's good. That blade should just be crossing that vegetation. Such a pretty morning, guys. This is the time you wish you were sharing it with somebody on the boat, you know? Very relaxing, you know? Soak it up. My kids have no idea how good this is for you. Russell's working at the lodge right now. When you when you fish, the colder the water, small and slow is really the key. Um, you don't pull your bait through the water real fast, um, and you use a smaller bait. So now we're heading over to the Sunset shoreline. This is kind of where the fish were headed on Saturday. So we're going to fish the shoreline up to that point. And I really think, right at that point, we should be starting to get some hits. So check on my blade. Looks oh, check it. When I do that, I backlash pretty good too. So on this, we should be good. Let's pull up that slack, get it to spin. We increase speed just a little bit for a brief moment. Okay, now we're going to run shallow on this shoreline here. I don't have any power bait or anything on this. I mean, typically when a fresh stock happens, these fish are going for a reaction and instinct, bite. They're not real hungry. So, give it a few more days, although we did put 1,000 in a week ago. So, there's those. They'll hit bait. But, I'm going for the majority here. All 3,000 will go on a reaction bite. And where are we at? We're at 6 feet. That's good. So we're going to run the shoreline right here. Keep an eye. At the end of this shoreline, this is Sunset. This is our campgrounds called Sunset Campgrounds. Oh, come on. It's probably just a weed. The nice thing about this jig, it's an upturned hook. So I can run it on the bottom without snagging the bottom much. And the blade is above it. Very much like a bass spinner. In fact, I caught a big bass on this last week. But it's great for trout, for bass, for everything. I mean, go to mulefishing.com. Is it mulefish? Yeah, I think it's mulefishing.com. And get some of his jigs, some of his soft plastics, and they're only $5, not even $5 a package. And get these Bronco blades. Get the Bronco blades. Because they're fantastic. They really are. So we're at 6 feet deep here. Nice. The bottom looks real close. It's like somebody's coming over to me. Probably wants some fishing tips. People always want fishing tips from me. And I give them to them. I tell them where to fish. I tell them how to fish. And that's fine. I want everybody to catch a fish. And a lot of fishermen are very protective about their spots. Um, I'm not. I mean, a good spot is going to stay a good spot until the fish move on. And, fish move. So what's a good spot today might not be a good spot tomorrow. Wow, the lake's got really good volume right now. Really good volume right now. I mean, my tires weren't even on the ramp, okay, when I launched. That's how much water's in this lake. I mean, the melt really brought the levels up, let alone the um, the uh, um, the few inlets that. Oh, I felt something. That was right on my hand. I'm gonna slow down here. Some good cover over here. So we're gonna cast towards shore and work this area here. I think it would be a good spot. Lead, but no, I'm pretty sure that was a bite. Because I felt it on my hand, and that just has a very distinct feel. Morning. Not yet. The I'm really making my way to the point. That's where we were catching them on Saturday. So I'm sort of just meandering over to the point. I'm gonna let some of this line out because I got a little bit of a backlash. Probably when I hit the boat. There we go. We're just gonna let that trail behind us again. It's a good spot. This is a good shoreline. And since this campground's not open yet, ain't nobody fishing it. I think we open it on Memorial Day, this one. Maybe today. I don't know. I think Aspen we opened today. I don't know. That's not my department. My department's fishing. They're gonna anchor right there. In 7 feet of water. Yeah, the nice thing is, I mean, trout are cold water fish. So this oh, oh, bite. Come on. No. See, my bait is right near bottom. So these trout like that. They're on bottom. They're not suspended. They're going to be within a foot, 12 inches or so, 18 inches off bottom. Now, some did go right. I know some went left. You can just see the water. You can see the bottom. So basically, you're not going to see the fish. You see the shadow of the fish, you know, off the bottom. It's really hard to see fish in water sometimes, but you can always, when the sun is out on you, you can see their shadows. And that's really what I'm looking for on the bottom of the lake is a fish shadow. There's a crawdad. That's a good sign. Get the craws going, get the bass going. Come on, fish. Come on, babies. Where are you? Like 8 feet, 9 feet, 47-degree water. Water's warming up quick, which is awesome. Then the lake will do what's called an inversion, where the cold water will sink and the warm water will come up. And at that point, it's just a melee of fishing for bass and trout during the inversion. The difference, there's a barrier in between cold and warm called a thermocline. And thermocline, when the thermocline disappears, the lake is turning. And that thermocline is sort of like purgatory. Nothing really lives in that area too much. Crappie, but the thermocline is protecting, separating species right now. But when it disappears in a few weeks, this whole lake just comes alive. There's a big, big vegetation right here, big bush. So we're going to bring our bait and sort of troll it over the top of this bush. It's a big bush. Look at that. If I was a trout, I'd live in there. That's what I would do. I don't see one. But if I was a fish, I'd live right there. I'm dragging on bottom. I'm going to go to a number 2 speed. Oh, a little faster. I feel the spinner spinning, so that's always a good sign. Let's check to see if I've got weeds off of it. Yeah, I'm good. that drop near bottom. Control that. We're using my Shimano BFS and Cajun trigger light. What we're using right now. It's one of my favorite setups. I do have a carbon X on my other ultralight by Piscifun. And I've got a Shimano SLX, and I've got a Piscifun Spark Pro. Um, and those are my reels. Okay? The Shimano's on my Bass Pro Equalizer 2, and then this is the Piscifun Carbon X pole, which they don't make anymore. I wish they did. One of my favorite poles too. For the money, I don't think you could beat it. They could change the grip from something from white now is brown. Make them black or something, because the grips get dirty real quick. All right. Yeah, probably another about 500 yards at 1 mile an hour. We'll probably be at the point. Still not seeing a lot of activity down here, so it might be a little deeper than 10 feet. I don't know. We'll see. After we get to the point, we're going to work the point straight out. There's a fairly good steady drop off. We're going to look at the viewfinder and see where they are. When we get in deeper water, I'm going to switch over to my medium, and we're going to be fishing for brown trout. Probably a perch, maybe? I don't know. It's not a trout. It's anything. Nope. Weeds. I found weeds. Let me increase our speed to a 2, which will put us at 1.8, 1.75 miles per hour from 1.2. So bring it a little faster. Try to get it just off bottom. And I'm using a Bronco blade chartreuse on 1/16 of an ounce. I think 1/16 of an ounce jig with an orange fluke on it. 10 feet. Oh, there's a okay. I got to be careful up here because there's a snowmobile that somebody left in the ice, and we couldn't salvage it, get it out. We didn't notice, but it had frozen into the ice. So that snowmobile actually sank, and it's down here someplace over here. I think that's where we marked it. But we got, somebody just left a snowmobile, abandoned it. Guess it broke down. Idiots. And that's pollution. We told the police, so, or the sheriff, and so. What is that? Somebody in that boat, or I just see a boat, but I don't see a body in it. God, I hope it's not empty. Yeah, I think that's where we marked that. Trying to see if anybody's in that boat. We might have to go inspect this. I don't see anybody in the boat. I always mark your boats with your name and phone number and stuff. So if you ever do fall out of it and people find your boat, they can call an emergency number. I don't see anybody in the water. We're going to have to go over there and look 'cause I don't see anybody over there. Sorry, guys. We're going to interrupt our fishing a bit. I don't see anybody in the boat. And if nobody's in the boat, that means somebody's in the water. I don't see nobody. Boat looks bad. Boat looks real bad, doesn't it? It's like it's semi-submerged. We can pull in the bait. A little worried about this. Looks like a paddle boat. A pedal boat. Nobody in it. It's abandoned. Oh, we gotta. I hope nobody was in it. Hope it just floated away from somebody's dock. We're gonna hook up to it. Tow it over to the marina. What we're gonna do. Yeah, I'm gonna hook up to it. It's not one of ours. This has got to be an owner's. All right. All right. Let's get my anchor. Use the anchor. All right. Put this on here. Let's throw this over to the marina. Salvage a boat. Anybody want a pedal boat? That's probably a resident's boat. Oh, that's good. There it goes. Hi. Come on. All right. Hey, guys. All right. We're towing a boat. It says Lake of the Woods on it, low, but um, that's not our boat. We don't use blue double paddle boats like that. Ours are red. So we're just going to meander over to the dock and put it there. I guess we could fish a little bit on the way there. We're going to square bill. Use a square bill. And use this one. Square bill. This way it'll go down a little bit. It's going to be deeper on the way over. So, let me use my Shimano SLX. Yeah, steer this thing. And then we'll go right. Right when we get to my spot, you know? This stupid boat. A lot of fish under us right here. Come on, you stupid thing. You cannot get this. There it goes. We found the school of fish. We're just going to cruise on, you know. Oh, did that thing? Oh, it's got hung up on itself. Jeez. Come on. Get hung up on yourself, didn't you? Can't dive if you're hung up on yourself. Narcissistic lure. Yeah. All right. Go to a 4. Get some roll speed. Man, look like they're deeper. Look like they're 10 feet over here, the fish. So my bait hasn't dove yet. I mean, try to steer with that stupid rudder. You know, their steering column is flat. Takes a little bit of power to, but I got a good battery. I got a good battery, so should be good. Could use a round bill. They go down about 10 feet. This will go down to about 6 feet. Not a bad idea. We're gonna go get that round bill that I have. Yeah, no, that's not dead. Where do I paint it? There it is. We're gonna go with the round bill. It looks real good in the water. I think the round bill will get to the depth that I want it to. Brand new round bill I just painted. You guys probably saw me do it online. Real pretty. I put a blade on it so it has a swim action and a lot of flash. And that I'm hoping will hook me a brown trout. I'm hoping. We're at 14 feet here. This goes to about 9, 10 feet deep. Has an incredible, beautiful swim action to it. So let's see what happens by the time we get over to the marina. Marina's on the other side of the bay here. It's pedaling on it. It's actually pedaling because yeah, the blade thing is moving. I don't think anybody was on that boat. I mean, there's so much dirt and dust on the seats still. Doesn't show anybody was on it. So I'm looking to see if anybody's in the water. Um, the water's so, mirrored right now that I don't think so. I think this just drifted away from somebody's dock. They ain't tied up. I found me a boat. I found a boat. And not a snowmobile. This is so much easier to recover. These don't have registration numbers on it. They're not 10 feet long, so I don't know. How are we going to find it? Actually, there is a registration plate on it. So there's one right there. So maybe we can find the owner to it. I don't know. Oh, there's another boat over there. I don't see anybody on it. What is up with today? I saw somebody on that boat earlier. Nope, they're just laying down. I don't see anybody in the water. What is going on today, huh? Going one boat in, another one out there. There's only like 8 boats on the water total, if that many. That looks like it's adrift. After I pull this one in, if that's still drifting out there, we'll go inspect that one too. My boat's really not made for recovery, rescue and recovery. My boat's just not made for it. It can do it. It's just, oh, there's a tug. Felt a tug. God, I don't see nobody on that boat either. I only got one rope. It is a crazy morning. Maybe I'll go home with 3 boats today, huh? There's nobody on that boat either. That's another pedal boat. It looks like another pedal boat. What is going on? Looks like a similar one to this one. I'll just tell them they can take the Eagle out. They can recover that one. Man, that's 2 pedal boats just drifting out here. I ain't gonna tow 2 boats in at one time. So I'll tell them to take the Eagle out and they can recover that one. We have a work pontoon boat over there, so it's in the water. So they could go get that one. I don't know where these boats came from. Boy, no. Boys Club don't use pedal boats. It's got to be private docks. Got to be private docks. Yeah, I think the fish are deep out here, so we're going to come back out here, and I am going to ignore that one. And we'll just have them. Jade's the only one in there right now, but she can get George out there and grab that. Another pedal boat. 2 pedal boats just adrift out here. Nobody on them. What's up with that, guys? Huh? Anybody want to buy a pedal boat? They're four persons. Cheap fishing boat. This one's easily fixed. The steering column is still the rudder's there. You got to add a handle to it. So really burning up my battery towing this thing in. So I ain't doing two of them. It's a good battery though. There's no current, so if I just stay on one or two, this battery will last days. So nice thing is about this rod, I got braid on it. We hook something, we can just muscle it up. There's a big trout just jumped out there. That's where they're at. I think we're going back out there because it's off the point in deeper water. And that's where we're going to go back to once we get this boat in. I think that's where they are because that's where my fish predator was lighting them up. So a nice reward if I got a brown trout right now. Wouldn't it be a nice reward for doing a good deed? Huh? A big old brown trout. Nice reward. This time we won't let it flip out of the boat. I got a bigger net. And I've got some lip clippers too here. So we're good. When you're towing somebody else's boat, distance is a lot farther. Especially when it's waterlogged. Things got, there's water on, looks like the bow. I don't know which way these things go. Because they look, maybe the stern, I don't know. I mean, it's a front, it's like a worm. It's asexual. Yeah, pedal boats are asexual. Well, that one's drifting south. So where the heck did it come from? Campground, maybe? No, we don't have campgrounds open yet. Not till today. This one says low on it. Getting closer to the docks. About 500 yards. We're just going. We're just cruising this baby in because it is waterlogged. So it's like you don't want to pull this thing in too fast. Not on my boat. No, we just sort of cruise it in. And there's another one. So we'll let them figure out if they want that one in or not. Doing my good deed. This is my good deed. Although a better deed would, I mean, I'm glad there was nobody in the water. It's cold water. So, but you got two paddle boats out here that are adrift, which makes me wonder, you know, why? Where'd they come from? And was anybody on them? You listen for a whistle. You look for some float, some disturbance. The water's nice and glassy. So I should see somebody paddling out there, in the water, treading water. We should. Patience, patience. Right now we're getting close to the docks, and it's like, you ever, when you're microwaving something, that last 30 seconds, that's what it feels like. It feels like that last 30 seconds when you're microwaving something. You just want to open the door and eat it, whether it's done or not. What you want to do. Punch it. You really worry. When you find an empty boat in the water, you do worry. You do worry that somebody was in it. And so you always inspect them. Always go out to a boat if you see it adrift and look at it. This one doesn't look like anybody was in it, but there's another one out there. Makes me wonder if there was a couple kids sort of playing on two of these, and we have some bodies under the water right now. I don't know. Um, I just don't know. They're definitely not at surface, so we'd see them. And we do have a few boats out there, so they'd see them too. Always carry a whistle with you. I have one on my belt. And if indeed you fall in, then definitely make sure that you blow that whistle so we can hear you. Sound travels over water really far. I mean, um, it becomes a magnifier, and it's not the way I want to spend my days retrieving boats. Not on my fishing day. That's too fast for this. So it's like, it's like a microwave. I want to punch it, but this thing is, waterlogged. I don't want it to break my anchor hold. Mike. Mike? Nah, Mike wouldn't be. Chris? Chris! It's that last 30 seconds on a microwave I'm doing. Hey, Mark! Mark! I saw that there's two. I mean, I'm towing this one in. I'm not going to tow the other one. There's another one out there. But I went out there thinking maybe somebody fell out of their boat. And there's two of these pedal boats out there.
Where are?
Huh? It says low on it. Where'd they come from? I don't know either. But there's another one adrift in the middle of the lake.
Never seen it.
Me either, because ours are red. It says low on it, but I mean, I don't want to spend my day fishing, towing in everybody's boat. But at the same time, if somebody's, if somebody, if somebody fell out of these, that's what I was worried about. Is if somebody was in them and they fell out.
Fucking Negro up there.
But there's another one right out there. So there's two of these boats out there. So maybe somebody can take the Eagle and go grab the other one.
Not maintenance today.
Huh?
It'll have to be some Matt or somebody from the marina later.
Well, I'm not going to grab that one.
We've got too much going on.
I'm a little worried that whenever I see an empty boat, I worry somebody's in the water.
I think somebody just did kind of not.
Well, we don't even have them in the water right now.
These aren't ours.
Well, why so?
I don't know. They could have been ours at one time, but I have never seen these boats in
Me either.
years I've been here.
Me either, because ours are red. But
maintenance has got so much on their plate today.
Well,
that's not going to happen.
I know. I just
we're 4 people down in maintenance minimum right now, and all of us are 50 and above. So except for a couple of young guys, one young guy, and the mechanic.
Yeah, is Matt here yet?
It's Monday.
Oh, that's true. And it's only Jade in there. So yeah, I don't know what to do. The other one will just go towards the Girl Scout or Boys or YMCA.
I don't even like it.
No, I think they drifted off somebody's dock, but I was a little confused by it saying low on it. So, like I said, I inspected them to make sure nobody was in the water. I was a little worried kids were in it and fell in the water, but here, I'll push it. Good morning. I'm towing boats in, evidently. I did find the trout, though, while I was towing this in. I did see the trout, so I'm going to head back over there.
Don't worry about that other boat.
I'm not. I was more worried about somebody in the water. I wasn't really worried about the boat. But that boat looks like nobody was sitting on in it, so. And the other one, I assume, is floating away from the same dock.
Yeah, I don't believe these are ours.
No, I don't think so either. Yeah, they're not ours. They might have been ours at one time, like you said. Probably sold them to somebody that lived here. All right, I did my good deed for the day. Unless I find somebody dead in the water, then I'll tow them in. We'll see if I see a body, then I'll pull that in too. Ah,
Yeah, trout or bass today?
well, once I find the rainbows, I'm going to be shooting for the brown trout.
That's what I want to catch.
So I found a school of rainbows in a 20 feet column of water out there when I was towing that thing in. So I'm going to go back out there and see if I can't troll for some brown trout.
That's what I'm looking for.
Yep, that's where I'm going out there. I mean, I saw a bunch of rainbows, so we'll see what we can do. I did my good deed for the day. Oh, we hope so. We hope so. As finders keepers. I don't want that pedal boat. There's another one out there though. Yeah, I'm gonna go back out here where I saw those trout. Did my good deed for the day, guys. That was it. Towed in one boat, looked for dead bodies. We'll still look for dead bodies. This lake has claimed a lot of people over its history. I wrote a book on this lake, and there are some mysteries that are still outstanding. Yep. There's boats at the bottom of this and bodies still undiscovered. Taylor brothers. They used to be caretakers here. And one night, this was back in 39, 42. And it was one of those years, 39 or 42. It was a beautiful evening like this. I mean, it was just flat, no wind, no white capping, no waves. They went out about 7:30. They said some, you know, greeted and said their adieus to some campers. Went out here. It's not a big lake, guys. That night, that was it. In the morning, they found pieces of the boat. Um, but they couldn't find, you know, the Taylor brothers. They were in their 30s. And avid boaters, boaters and fishermen and swimmers. And I mean, they shouldn't have died. Their bodies have never been recovered. And only pieces of that green boat were. The bottom of this lake is very silty. And it swallows up just about anything that wants to go down into it. So, let's see. That stupid boat. There's another one. There's that other pedal boat. Yeah, they got to build those docks. They are busy today, and our maintenance guys are as old as I am. 60-ish. I know. I turn 60 next year. Ah, I'm old. Body's breaking down. This body's breaking down. That's all right, right? Look what I'm doing. I'm on a beautiful lake fishing. Yeah, you go a lot faster without a boat being towed behind you. So wood. Another pedal boat. Oh, one jump. So one jump. Let's head over there. This is a big bait for those guys, though. So, again, this is my brown trout bait, not really my rainbow trout bait. There's a big difference in mouths between these. And they're in like 20-foot columns of water. Yeah, we're in 20 right now. It's on. I wonder it's lost its effectiveness. Let's toss this one out there. Let's see what happens. Then go with the trout one. Rainbow trout, they ain't the smartest fish in the world. Looks like they're about 8 to 10 feet. Well, I'm throw the Bronco blade out after this retrieve. Throw the Bronco blade out. This is my light, so can't just muscle that baby in with this. We gotta play it. Let that sink. Here they are. They are 10 to 15, 8 to 15 feet. Don't let the blade sink. Could put some bait on it. That always makes it a little bit more appealing. Okay. Yeah, they're 12, 13 feet. I almost jig this thing. The thing looks so beautiful spinning on its way down. Far deep. Here it comes. I'm in the right spot. Oh, it's actually a pretty good jig. Put a little bit of bait on it. Oh, I forgot to put a towel in here. So excited. I think we yeah, we still have to get over to that spot. $36 feet of water here. Get a little shallower. The bottom, coming up to 30, 28, 20 feet. Where did you jump? Oh, there you are. All right. I jumped right here, passing it right now. Keep an eye on my fish finder. In the field on the rod. See it. Bait should be passing. I didn't see him on the fish finder. that bait. Or he didn't see it. Hard to not see this bait. Here, frog. That's always a good sign too. Saw a crawdad. Frog. What are you? The mallard. A duck. Should be in close to where I oh, holy shirt. There's one. One jumped right there. Gotta be getting close to that school. Weeds. Okay, we're coming up to the point again. Back to where we wanted to get. I'll work this cover over here. All these down trees. See what we can do over here. Maybe there's some trout hiding out. We'll see. Give it a shot. Maybe some bass. I don't know. Still too cold. 47-degree, 48-degree water. It ain't turned yet. Smallies like to come up and hit for some food up here, but pull this in and we'll cast towards shore. See the bottom. We're at 8 feet of water. On up. On up. So, what is it here? Nice cover here. Any fish? Don't see any fish. Like I said, you usually see their shadows. You usually see. I don't see any shadows either. Good. What's that? Yeah, water's a little green, but it's clear. See the bottom all the way to the shore. Oh, there's a fisherman on the shore there. He hiked in. You can see this bait all the way. And it's like, I want to see fish just dart towards it. Seven and a half degree water. Seeing anything. That's exactly where I wanted to put it. Let's see. dock. Let's see if there's any hiding under the dock. See any. That's what's driving me nuts a little bit. Good cover here, though, you know? Logs and stuff underneath the water. That's what we call cover, those little holes. You can even do a little spot fish when the water's so clear like this. You can see them over there, and there's shadows. Just not seeing them. 3,000 of these things in, right? 3,000. Yeah, they went to the southern end or northern end. I haven't gone right yet. All right. Trying to see under the dock, see if there's anything I can see. Oh, cut the dock. Cast that one right on the dock. There we go. Right next. Come on, something come up from under that thing. Shoot it. Oh, what the crap? That was a backlash. Huh. Pull that out. I haven't had one like that in a long time. You don't usually hear your backlash like that. That means it's deep. There we go. We got it. Never work your line too fast because you don't want to create a knot when there's no knot. You get a backlash. Just let it out. Work it nice at its own pace. We have a possible knot here. We're just going to pull that out. Put the glasses on. Don't want a knot. Good. Looks good. Backlash out, and you can cast again. I don't know if they're shallow or not. I saw them at 20 feet out there, but yeah, that's why they call it fishing, right? That's why they call it fishing. All right, we're gonna go back out because that's where I saw them. Let's really hope it may be around this cover. This buoy marker sometimes produces you don't really need a fish finder. You just look down there. Seek. We're going to go up to work the Aspen shore. So we're going to go back across Rainbow Bay. Put 2 lines in the water.